Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
Once again, back at Lincoln Speedway down in the 410 pit area, and we're standing here with Tyler Ross. Tyler, one of the teams that everybody's got their eyes on this year is you and the 75 guys.
Yeah, we're plugging away. We still got to find some speed here and there, and last week we had a really good car there, and I just had a brain fart there late in the race, but we got her fixed up, and here we are again. So hopefully we can find the speed we've been having, and we just got to get our early in the night program a little bit better.
A lot of people talk about that. Just got to get this, just got to get that. It's almost like fine-tuning everything. There's no large adjustments. You just got to find that little bit to give you that edge.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing was last year I had a handful of races for Rick, so we kind of got to blend the team there, and then and we kind of found something we were comfortable with, and I was comfortable, and everybody was working well together. And then we went down south this year and started off, with the All-Stars down there, and we were not very good, and then we found the speed again when we came back home. And like you said, it's just fine tuning, and that's what we're working on. We come back with the same car every week, and we're just making minor adjustments, and that's the way to, like I said, if we keep being consistent, the wins will come, and like I said, we're just looking for consistency right now.
Absolutely. I guess it's pretty easy to dial yourself out.
Oh, yeah, it can. We try not to reinvent the wheel. You're going to have bad nights. You're going to have off nights. And, there's nights where they're not going to hit it working on the car. And there's nights where I'm going to have, I'm going to make mistakes on the track. And, like I said, as long as we don't get too far off our baseline and keep working well together, it's all right to have bad nights. You just got to keep plugging away at it.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned Rick. Of course, that's Rick Lefevre, the car owner.
Yeah, Rick Lefevre. I mean, I drove for him a few years ago, and then when he needed a driver last year, I didn't have a motor. It kind of worked out. I ran a handful of times, and then he came to me after I ran those handful of races and asked me to come back on board, and I agreed to it. So Rick and I were really good friends, and we stayed good friends after I left the first time, and that was more of a personal deal. Nothing with Rick. I just needed to take a step back and get my personal life straightened out and get my mind right to be at this level. It's all about the mentality, and like I said, I'm in a way better place in my life, and everybody kind of gave me a second chance, and I really appreciate it.
Drivers need to be focused 100% when they're at the racetrack. How difficult is that?
It can be hard to lose track of focus there, and like I said, I've been doing a lot. I changed my eating habits. I got a trainer I'm working with.
Right.
So just my physical, and the attitude and everything is just a lot better. Just being in shape, eating healthier, and then like I said, the mentality. Your mindset's got to be right, and it helps the whole team. Like I said, the driver's like the quarterback on a football team. So if my attitude's no good, no one else's attitude's any good. So like I said, we're just here trying to have fun. I got to step back there for a little bit and run the 358 and 360 for my family car, and like I said, kind of bring the fun back. I lost the fun, and now we're having fun, and we're running consistent.
Are you going to do any 358 or 360 racing this year, or just going to concentrate on the 410?
I'm still going to run the 360 a handful of races. Our main focus is with the Rick Lefevre and these guys. We're going to run, we're here every week at Lincoln, and we're going to run BAPS with the 75. I'm going to pick up some Friday night stuff at the Grove with the family car. I was there last night. So we're just going to fill in. It's a pretty solid schedule. Like I said, we're doing Lincoln, BAPS, and Sealands Grove with Rick. And then the 360, if we have time, we'll run it.
Of course, it takes a lot of help on these race cars, not just from a physical standpoint, but also from a sponsorship standpoint. And this is one of the best looking cars on the track. And a lot of sponsors on here, a lot of people that help you out.
Yeah, and we appreciate all our partners. Don Livingston, Rick Lefevre, Lefevre Electric, Rack Daddies, SRT Shocks, Slade Shocks, everybody that makes this thing, continue to be fast. We can't do it without them, and my guys work really hard. I got this kid, he's 15 years old. He works on my family car deal. I brought him here, and he's learning, he's picking it up quick. 2 years ago, he's sitting in the grandstands just wanting to work on a race car, and he's picking it up fast. And then I got Brian and Rick, and, I'm an hour and a half away. They take care of all this stuff. I try to come up one night a week, and so we kind of have a good program, and everybody works well together. Jason and my dad helps out on this. So, like I said, everything's kind of going well.
Well, of course, you coming back to the Rick Lefevre team after being here earlier in your career, was there any adjustment, or just kind of like putting on an old pair of shoes that felt very comfortable?
No, we the first couple races last year, I wasn't real comfortable, and obviously every driver has a different feel, and I needed to get that feel back. Like I said, last year I was still running cars, so I kind of knew the feel I wanted, and we ran the first 2 races. We were okay, we weren't great, and we went to a practice session just to find that feel, and ever since then we were kind of hitting it off, and then we switched frames this year. We went to a different manufacturer, and that's why we went down south to get a head start before racing started up here. So, I mean, like I said, we're just working really well and everything like that.
A lot of people say when they go down south, it's almost just to get away from the cold weather. It's almost like a vacation because the tracks are different, the track surfaces are different. Did you find you could bring a whole lot back here to put in the car as far as setups or anything like that? Or did you have to kind of just let down there what you ran down there?
Well, down there is a tough deal to begin with. You're running with the All-Stars, which is really tough, and then the Outlaw guys tagged along. So you're running with the best of the best, and down there is more like just blending the team together, everybody finding their spot. Definitely, getting a base setup for the car. A track's a track, and I'm not one to change a whole lot from track to track. Obviously, if you're going to a bigger track, I might do little things here and there. Right. But down there, we ran about the same size track, so we brought a decent notebook back home, and that's why I think we didn't have great results down there, but we've been consistent since we've come home.
So it did pay off. You got a head start. You got things figured out down there to be able to come home and be consistent.
Yeah, and it's just seat time. The more in your car, the better you are. Going down there for the 4 races is 4 races that I haven't had years before. For opening day. So, like I said, it was fun. We had a lot of fun. We learned a lot, and that's what it's all about.
I think you're exactly right, Tyler. Learn a lot, have some fun, and of course, like you said, continue to work for that consistency.
Yeah, and like I said, I can't thank Rick and all them guys enough. All my help, all the sponsors. It's a lot of fun. It's it's great to be back 410 racing, and hopefully we can pick one off here soon. Well,
it's great to have you back in the 410 division. It was fun watching the 358s, but it's always fun to get you younger guys into the 410 ranks and shake things up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun with the 358, but you don't get very many opportunities like this, and this is a top caliber team. We have all the equipment we need, and like I said, if it wasn't for all the partners to get us the equipment, we wouldn't be here. So, like I said, I can't thank all them enough, and hopefully the consistency rolls on.
Absolutely. We thank you for your time. Wish you the best tonight. That's Tyler Rice, the driver of the number 75 car. He's taking having fun, taking that consistency, or I should say building on that consistency. As Tyler mentioned, he's putting himself back in a better spot mentally and physically. So look out. Big things coming for the number 75 and Tyler Rice.